square root of a number. Friends, welcome to this video. In this video, we will learn to find the square root using the division method. We know that the square root of a natural number x is the number, the square of which is x. A perfect square number has two square roots at the same time, negative and positive. For example, square root of 4 is 2 and minus 2, square root of 9 is 3 and minus 3. Now look at these perfect square numbers. We can find the square root of these numbers by the method of prime factorization or the repeated subtraction method. If we use these two methods to find the square root of such large whole square numbers, then it will be difficult and it will take a lot of time. But we can solve this easily by the division method. For example, take the number 3481 and let's try to find its square root by the division method. We will use this method in various stages. First, let's draw lines like this. We will place the dividend here, the divisor here, and the quotient here. After this, we will place a bar on each pair of the digits starting from the units place of the given number. We have 4 digits here, so 2 pairs will be formed here and only 2 bars will be placed here. If the total number of digits is even, we place the bars on the numbers the same way. If the number of digits is odd, like the total number of digits in this number is 5, then the bar will be repeated like this on the left side the same way. Now we have to find the natural number whose square is equal to or smaller than the number below the leftmost bar, that is 34. We can also say that we have to find the perfect square number that is less than or equal to 34. We know that the numbers 25 and 36 are perfect square numbers and the number 34 falls between 25 and 36. Because the number 25 is the largest whole square number that is smaller than the number 34, we will write the number 25 below the number 34. Here the number 34 is the first dividend. 25 is the square of the number 5. So we will consider 5 as the divisor. Here the first digit of the quotient will also be 5 because 5 times 5 is equal to 25. To find the remainder, we will subtract both the numbers. Here 9 is the remainder. Now write the number of the next pair after the remainder. This will give us a new composite number 981. Now leave a blank space for the units place of the new divisor and multiply the digit in the units place of the first divisor by 2. After this, write the product in front of the blank in this way. To fill this blank, we will find the largest digit that will be the new digit of the quotient and multiplying the new divisor by this new digit of the quotient, we get less than or equal to the product factor. Now find this number by placing different numbers. We got 109 times 9, which is equal to 981, which is equal to the new composite number. Now write the number 9 in the blank space of the denominator because 109 times 9 equals 981. Therefore, the new number of the quotient will be 9. Now write it below the new divisional number and subtract both the numbers. Here, we are getting the remainder 0. The remainder here is 0 and there are no digits left in the given number. Therefore, this number is a perfect square number and the number here which is in place of the quotient is the square root of this number. In this way, we got the square root of the number 3481, which we will write in this way. This method of finding the square root is called the long division method. By this method, we will find the positive square root of a number. The positive square root of this number is 59. Can you give another square root of this number? It will be minus 59 because the square of minus 59 is also 3481. We have seen that the given perfect square has 4 digits and its square root has 2 digits. Can you guess how many digits will be there in the square root of these perfect square numbers? If you want, you can pause the video here and solve the question. If we have a perfect square of a digit n, and n is an even number, then its square root will be n by 2 digits, and if n is an odd number, then its square root will be n plus 1 by 2. For example, look at these numbers. If you look carefully here, you will find that the number of digits in the square root of a perfect square number is equal to the total number of bars placed over this digit. In this video, we learned how to find the square root using the division method and how to get an estimate of the number of digits in the square root of a perfect square number. In the next video, we will see some examples related to it. Thank you. Square root of a number, examples of division method. Hello friends, welcome to this video. In the previous video, we learned to find the square root of a perfect square number by the division method and to calculate the number of digits in its square root. In this video, we will see some examples associated with the division method of finding the square root. Let's look at the first example. There are 961 chairs in the hall. They are to be arranged in such a way that each row should have as many chairs as the total number of rows. So can you guess how many rows will be made in this way? Here, we have to arrange 961 chairs in such a way that each row has as many chairs as the total number of rows. But this would be possible only if the total number of chairs we have been given here is a perfect square number. If it is a perfect square, then its square root gives us rows and chairs in each row. Let us find the square root of 961 using the division method. First of all, we will draw lines like this around the number 961 and then put bars on it. The number of digits in this number is odd, so there will be only one digit below the leftmost bar. Now, we will find a number whose square is equal to or smaller than 9. That is, the number below the leftmost bar. Here that number is 3. 3 is the divisor of this number and also the first digit of the quotient. Write 9 below the first number and subtract both. Here we are getting 0. We will write the number below the next bar next to the received remainder. Now leave a blank space for the units place of the new divisor and multiply the digit in the units place of the first divisor by 2. After this, write the resulting product beside the blank in this way. To fill this blank, we will find the largest digit that will be the new digit of the quotient and multiply the new divisor by this new digit of the quotient. The product will be either less than or equal to the factor. The digit 1 will be put in the blank space because 61 times 1 is equal to 61, which is equal to the new factor. Thus, the remainder will be 0. Now there are no digits left in the given number. Thus, we are getting 31 as square root of 961. So, the hall will have a total of 31 rows of chairs and each row will have 31 chairs. Let us now see another example. find the smallest natural number which, if added to 1000, gives us a perfect square number. If you want, you can pause the video here and solve the question. The number 1000 is not a perfect square number. Can you guess why? This is because the number of zeros at the end of this number is odd, and we know that the number of zeros at the end of any perfect square number is always even. To solve this question, let us first find the square root of the number 1000 using the division method. We can see here that we have got 39 as the remainder. The remainder here is not a zero, so 1000 will not be a perfect square number. That is, here the quotient is 31. This shows that the square of 31 is smaller than 1000. Because the number 32 is larger than the number 31, so the square of the number 32 will also be larger than 31. The square of 32 is 1024. This means the square of the next whole number 32 will be larger than 1000. So, by adding the number 24 to 1000, we will get a perfect square number 1024. In this video, we saw some examples associated with the division method of finding the square root. In the next video, we will see some common mistakes associated with them. Thank you. Square root of a number. Common mistakes related to division method. Friends, welcome to this video. In the previous video, we saw examples of finding the square root using the division method. In this video, we will see some common mistakes associated with it. A teacher asked his students to find out the square root of the number 15,625 using the division method. 3 students, Ravi, Amit and Vishal, completed the first step, that is, placing the bar on the digits of the perfect square number. The response of the 3 students are given below. Can you tell which of these is correct? If you want, you can solve the question by stopping the video here. Many children accept Amit's answer as correct. They place bars by pairing digits from left to right. But this is wrong. The correct method is that in order to make a pair of whole numbers, we always have to start from the units place, that is, from the right side, and then pair them with the digits on the left side. In the second option, Ravi started right. He started from the units place, that is, from the right, and then moved the bar to the left. But he has made a triplet of numbers here, which is wrong. Because we have to make only pairs of numbers. The correct method is that while pairing the digits in the square root of any perfect square number, we have to place the bar by pairing from the units place, that is from the right side. Because the number of digits here is odd, there is only one number below the leftmost bar. Hence, option C of Vishal is correct. Now all the students, after doing the first step correctly, start to find the square root of the given number by the division method. This number has 5 digits and is paired 3 times, so it will have 3 digits in its square root. If the number below the first bar is 1, we will take the first number because the square of 1 is the same and is equal to the number below the bar. Now we will write the number 56 below. After this, Ravi and Amit came to the conclusion that this number is not a perfect square number, but Vishal got its square root as 125. Ravi solved it this way. In the end, he got 25 as a remainder. This process is incorrect because when the second division was done here, the number 1, which was the first divisor, was not multiplied by 2 and the new divisor was not written. Now we will look at Amit's answer. Amit multiplied the whole number of the first divisor by 2 to make the new divisor, which is incorrect because we only have to multiply the digit in the units place of the first denominator by 2 and not the whole number. Vishal's solution is correct. Vishal found the square root of the number 15,625 in this way. This is the correct method. So in today's video, we saw some common mistakes associated with pairing digits in the square root. Thank you.